What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We got a really cool project. I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be fun, something a little different. But before we do that, I'm going to cue up the intro that I thought was epic, but you said wasn't. But I think it's cool, and we'll just watch it. So this is what we've got going today. Yes, we have had a ton of questions about the VIPER Remaster Master Cylinder, so we're going to unbox that. We've had a ton of questions about doing Hydroboost, you know, with or without a Coyote. So we're going to cover that. And then, of course, everybody's been asking about this Maximum Motorsports kit that adapts the Hydroboost to a Foxbody. So we're going to do all that. Before we do, these master cylinders are beautiful, and you're going to spend roughly the 400 range retail, depending on where you buy it from. But I mean, if you're serious about making your engine bay look good, you know, you want that little touch. I mean, look at that thing. Yeah, that is beautiful.
You get different colors and different finishes too.
Yeah, that if you get on their website, like I said, it's VIPER Brakes that makes them, but they've got them on the website. They've got tons of different colors. And you look at the top, it's got, I mean, everything's milled. I mean, that is a work of art. I gotta have one. Anyway, guys, so that, we're gonna be installing that, the Hydroboost, and also the last piece of the puzzle to the Maximum Motorsport Hydroboost kit is this pedal right here. Now, I've got this kit on my car, but we didn't really go into much depth on it. Before we were modifying the pedals, mainly due to this pin right here was a little bit different. You didn't have the proper angle when putting a Hydroboost in to pull on that on your booster. So Maximum Motorsports has this kit with the pedal and the adapter to the firewall. So yeah, we're going to install all that today on the VIPER Blue Fox. Okay, guys, one other quick note. With these Hydroboost, there's kind of like a Gen 1 and a Gen 2 Hydroboost, the 96 to 98 maybe, or up to 99 maybe 99, possibly 01, but it has to do with this line right here. And VIPER asks you when you order that which one you have. This is the later model one. This one went up to 04. I've got this same one on my car, but it has to do with this line right here. Okay, yeah. That's
got that big block piece on it.
That's the difference. You can see the big block is not there, so that's one thing to keep an eye out. Neither are really better than the other, but you know, I guess hypothetically you probably want the newer one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have the newer one for the master cylinder.
Yeah, to run that VIPER master cylinder, you need the newer one. So just bear that in mind. And the way to tell is this line is like a hard, like screw-in line like this on the older ones. On the newer ones, just slip-on rubber lines. So
I dreaded to get the pedals back in, huh?
all right, boys, so first I'm gonna get this pedal assembly back in here. Just kind of snake it through all the wiring. All right, guys, so any of you doing this Hydroboost swap, you will probably run in to this right here where this pressure line is basically on the wiper motor. Now, it's not, it's right on it. I mean, you could probably tweak this line a little bit, but you need to be very careful so you don't cause any leaks. But we have had made plates just using this template, so you can see it's kicked out probably about ½ an inch or so. We just made these flat, you know, with these holes, use these same mounts, and then that pulled the wiper motor in and gave you that extra clearance. But just bear that in mind. It's a little bit better when you use the Maximum Motorsports kit. That's livable, but before, when we didn't, you had to move this. So just bear that in mind when you're installing that. Keep an eye on that. All right, y'all. Master cylinder time. Oh, very nice. Let's get those 2 nuts there. And this will hook up to stock lines, right?
No.
Oh, it will not.
Well, it comes with some adapters and stuff.
Okay. Not 100% sure on that one, y'all, if it's going to hook up to the stock lines.
Maybe that's what these adapters for.
Yeah.
We don't really use anything stock. So
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
This car's already got Cobra brakes and everything else, so it's not going to be stock lines. But I would double check with Bear.
Like I said, you make them use this on you. It's probably what that comes for.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
Probably
it.
take your old lines off, put these adapters on it, and it'll probably hook right up. But
Call it good.
yeah.
But, and if you're wondering about all these lines, all of this came off of, it looks like a 01 to 04 GT. These are all the stock lines, all OE Ford lines off of a car. They're used, and that's what we use to run the Hydroboost. Nothing to it. Now, if you're not running the Hydroboost power steering, you're not going to use some of these lines. Just cap them off. But yep, just stock Ford stuff. All right, y'all. So next project, we got to get this K member out of here, and we got to do some work in here. We're going to take these sway bar mounts off, which is not a fun job. We're going to take those off, and then get all this out of here. And then we're going to mock up the T56 on the engine. We're still waiting on the MMR, those billet cam covers, but just waiting on those. But we can mock up the T56 on it, and then the Cook's headers and everything are right there. Get all those mocked up, and he's going to be bringing back the cam covers and the supercharger sometime this week, and you're going to see the Viper Blue Fox really start to come together. We got to get the clutch and flywheel off the old motor. If you didn't watch the video when we were about to install his motor and we were doing oil pump gears, yeah, that's the old motor, and that's why he's got the 2017 Super Snake engine. But yeah, so we got to get the got the RXT McLeod clutch on it. Got to pull that off and the flywheel. Then there's the T56 right there. Hook all that up to the new motor. All right, guys, so current situation, got the engine off the stand. We've got to put the pilot bearing in so we can put the transmission, flywheel, clutch assembly, all of that on. The reason being, the reason we need to go ahead and get it on there is because you can't get the transmission on with the headers on. And if you're kind of new to the swap game, the reason being, now if you got a QuickTime bell housing on your transmission, you can unbolt the transmission from the bell housing, but it's just easier once you've got the bell housing on and you got the headers on. The headers have to come back off to get the bell housing off, and to get the headers off, basically the engine has to come out of the car. So it's that fun swap life, but it is what it is. So we're about to get that all mocked up. All right, guys, so got a lot of progress done on Jeremy's engine. Headers, flywheel, clutch, transmission, starter. It's a job, but she's all there. Couple of quick notes: we still need to do oil pump gears on this engine, and then we're going to drop it on the K-member. I got the motor mounts right there, so really nothing to it. Put all that on, space it back down, put it back in the car, and the long tedious task of wiring it, it's going to be a fun job for sure. All right, guys, and real quick, you will see the first fire pretty quick. As you can see, the radiator and fans are in, air conditioning wiring has begun. So Lee's convertible, I know every time I say it's coming soon, but all the little details are the killers. They are the killers. So, but that one, we'll be starting it up probably in the next week. So, in the meantime, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, and lots more coming. If this catches you before the 4th of July, happy 4th of July, happy birthday, America, and I'll catch you on the next upload. Later.